Welcome to War India News Hour. Your devices are constantly collecting and transmitting data about you. Technology is a wonderful thing, but all too often it works to serve the interests of companies more than people, especially when it comes to data collection. Your devices are constantly collecting and transmitting data about you, whether you realize it or not. Your data might make money for big tech companies, but it belongs to you. It is absolutely true that right now, the majority of platforms you use are collecting your data, but in their eyes, it's not yours. Invisibly helps you navigate and control your online identity, but you are always in the driver's seat. Now the time has come. Many tech startups are yet to launch a new platform designed to help people take back control of their data and make money from it at the same time. Data privacy and control is a huge issue, and we believe the most effective way to change the way companies collect and use data is to enable people to license their data to companies while making money from it. The more people who do this, the quicker companies will adapt to using this 100% consumer consented data. During pandemic, education is one of the industries most impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Changes forced colleges, schools and universities to switch their education to remote learning and have their staff work remotely. This sudden shift has left the education industry even more vulnerable to cyber attacks. As per a report, education was the fifth most targeted industry in 2020, garnering 6% of all attacks. Ransomware attacks on education grew by as much as 388% between the third and fourth quarters in 2020. Some attacks specifically targeted schools returning online after their summer break to generate extra pressure to pay ransoms. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Snowflake's 110% growth came from upgrading legacy data warehouses. Snowflake CEO Frank Slootman, after posting Q1 revenue growth of 110%, said a big chunk of that growth is coming from upgrading legacy data warehouses that Microsoft, Amazon and Google can't handle because they are not sitting on good architecture. Slootman came out swinging when Goldman Sachs analyst Kash Rangan asked Slootman to comment on Snowflake's impressive performance in being selected to replace legacy data warehouse systems. What business leaders should know about data leakage? The evolving ransomware attacks have been gaining momentum globally across industries, including energy, financial services, and government, and have proven to be highly disruptive to businesses and even nations. Average ransomware payments have gone up by a staggering 2,500% from $10,000 to $250,000 in Q3 2020 since late 2018. Fueled by RAAS, that is ransomware as a service available on the dark web, and the anonymity of cryptocurrency, even inexperienced users can launch their own ransomware attacks and gain profit while remaining completely elusive. WhatsApp could soon call you to verify your account. WhatsApp is working on a new feature to help you automatically verify your account. You will no longer have to manually enter the 6-digit verification code that is sent via an SMS. This feature is called Flash Calls, and it allows WhatsApp to verify your account login by calling your phone number. As per the post, if you choose the Flash Call verification method, WhatsApp will require permission to make and manage calls and access your call logs. Apple unveils iOS 15 with features for FaceTime. Apple unveiled iOS 15 on Monday, sharing its features that include notification summary and focus features. With notification summary, users will get to see a summary of their notifications that have been sorted by priority. The focus feature will allow users to choose apps and people they want notifications from and change their focus depending on what they are doing. It is packed with features that make the iOS experience adapt to and complement the way you use iPhone, SVP of Software Engineering Craig Federighi said. Centre plans to privatize Central Bank of India and Indian Overseas Bank. The center may sell its stake in the Central Bank of India and the Indian Overseas Bank as part of its privatization initiative announced during the Union Budget in February this year. The two banks have been recommended for divestment by Niti Aayog. Further, the Bank of India may be a potential candidate for sale. Sources said that the Disinvestment and Financial Services departments are currently reviewing the proposal from Niti Aayog. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.